There is something which I said about the Kiamba parliamentary by-election on this channel, which was never taken lightly by the allies of the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. Most of them believed that I was actually planting seeds of discord within their camp. I stated clearly, and that still remains my stand, that the contest in Kiamba is not going to be a contest between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Samoei Ruto. If it were William Ruto's wish, the United Democratic Alliance Party would not have sponsored a candidate in Kiamba. And I also stated clearly that that contest is not between Moses Kuria and President Uhuru Kenyatta. Because if anything, Moses Kuria had defeated the president in Juja. And based on the way the president handled that election, I strongly believe that he doesn't have any interest in those by-election. But I stated here very clearly, and I want to repeat it again, that the contest in Kiamba is going to be a contest between two gentlemen, Moses Kuria and Rigathi Gachagua. These two gentlemen are engaged in supremacy battle for the control of the larger Mount Kenya region. And all of them wants to prove a point. And this fight is not going to end with the Kiamba parliamentary by-election. And today, the Deputy President William Ruto convened a meeting between these two gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua and Moses Kuria. In this video, I want us to look at why the Deputy President had to convene that meeting. Because these two gentlemen are going to fight bitterly in Kiamba. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Now let us get back to the main issue. I've stated on this platform severally that the Kiamba by-election, the outcome is going to make or end the political career of Moses Kuria. And I want to believe that even the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto, and I did a video on this, is keen on finishing Moses Kuria using the Kiamba parliamentary by-election. So that outcome is going to be so dear to Moses Kuria. A win for the United Democratic Alliance Party is going to mark the end of Moses Kuria. Of course, his political party. But again, he can make a comeback by joining the United Democratic Alliance Party. But a win for Jubilee Party is also going to mark the end of Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto's allies from the larger Mount Kenya region. And even William Ruto is going to lose big time should Jubilee candidate win. But what's really happening between Moses Kuria and Rigathi Gachagua? A few days ago, Moses Kuria erected billboards in Kiamba. Personally, I never understood why he did that. But at the back of my mind, I concluded that maybe Moses Kuria wanted to take charge of the UDA campaigns. Or maybe Moses Kuria wanted to be the face of that campaign. Or maybe Moses Kuria wants to be the governor for Kiambu. And because Kiamba is in Kiambu and he comes from Kiambu, it was just okay. That billboard was pulled down sometimes. Was it 2 days ago? It was pulled down. Why was that billboard pulled down? Why was it pulled down? Of course, Moses Kuria blamed President Uhuru Kenyatta because he was claiming that a relative, that the land where the billboard was, belonged to someone who claimed to be a relative of the president. And then immediately those billboards were pulled down. Rigathi Gachagua's billboards were also erected next day, strategically, including in some spots where Moses Kuria had erected his. Today morning, those billboards of Rigathi Gachagua were also pulled down. And Rigathi Gachagua and his team are actually blaming Moses Kuria for pulling down those billboards. And personally, I asked myself one simple question. What political interest do you think those billboards were serving? Why would Rigathi Gachagua, who is a member of parliament from Nyeri County, erect billboards in Kiamba? He's not a candidate. So the billboards were pulled down. And his team are blaming Moses Kuria. So the Deputy President, William Ruto, invited these two gentlemen to Karen today. And they held a meeting. Why do you think the DP invited these guys for a meeting? Number one, it's about the Kiamba by-election. Moses Kuria won in Juja easily. In Kiamba, he had identified a candidate and he believed the candidate was going to win easily. William Ruto, in his own wisdom, decided to prevail upon Moses Kuria to withdraw his candidate. Moses Kuria refused. So the DP and his team went and talked to the candidate directly. So the candidate withdrew. Then the UDA then sponsored a candidate. But the UDA candidate is alleged is the son to Rigathi Gachagua. So a win for this candidate is so dear to the Deputy President. If the United Democratic Alliance candidate is not going to win in Kiamba, I don't think William Samoei Ruto and his UDA will have any moral authority to talk about winning 2022 general election. Because remember, in Msambweni, they won in quotes through that independent candidate. Then in Western Kenya, in Kabuchai, in Matungu, and in Machakos, they sponsored the UDA candidates. They were defeated. Then they even went in Bonchari, sponsored candidates there were defeated. So the Kiamba by-election is so dear to the Deputy President. So William Ruto cannot sit and watch his allies spoiling this campaign. As a matter of fact, I want to assume that one of the instructions he gave is that these two gentlemen should not lead those campaigns. At some point, Moses Kuria came with a schedule of campaigns. That schedule actually covered until the election day, every single day. And that schedule was supposed to be followed by the candidate. I don't know how it ended because I no longer see the candidate and Moses Kuria campaigning together. So either the Deputy President has told them, guys, take it slow. You are not going to be part of this campaign, or they have been prevailed upon to campaign together. Because if they were to lose, both of them are going to lose. But a loss for Jubilee but a loss for UDA in Kiamba is likely to be a sweet music to Moses Kuria, because the guy who is going to take blame is Rigathi Gachagua. But there's also a problem for Moses Kuria. He decided to throw his weight behind this candidate. So that loss is going to be collateral to both of them. Number two, I think the DP is also trying to resolve the mistrust. Now let's face the reality. There are so many people who believe that Moses Kuria is President Uhuru Kenyatta's Trojan horse in Tanga. I'm one such individuals, and I've stated it here severally. Moses Kuria has his own political party. William Ruto has his own political party. In the larger Mount Kenya region, Moses Kuria is confessing to be one of the close allies of the Deputy President. The Deputy President is telling them, let us form one big political party. All his allies from the larger Mount Kenya region are identifying themselves with the UDA. Moses Kuria has still insisted on his own political party. So there is mistrust. And that's why the DP is keen on managing Moses Kuria. And the entry of UDA candidate in Kiamba was actually part of those strategy to clip the wings of Moses Kuria. It has to do with the mistrust. President Uhuru Kenyatta's allies from the larger Mount Kenya region don't really trust Moses Kuria. Most of them believe that Moses Kuria is a Trojan horse, although there are those who still believe that Moses Kuria is just sincere. But the mere fact that Moses Kuria comes from President Uhuru Kenyatta's backyard of Kiambaa and of Gatundu makes him lucrative and adding for him value in the United Democratic Alliance Party. So I think the DP was trying to solve this issue of mistrust. I'm sure that Moses Kuria explained to the deputy president that he's not trusted there. In fact, from the photos, from these photos, you can clearly tell from their body language that they are not clicking. There is something. When Moses Kuria talked of a deal will always be a deal, don't think Rigathi Gachagua is forgetting that. He won't forget that. Number three, I think the deputy president is also reminding these two gentlemen that their common enemy is Jubilee. And if you followed the Kiamba parliamentary by-election, the way the Jubilee candidate has conducted himself and his campaign, that guy, if they're not careful, is likely to pull a surprise. He's a one-man army. So if he's going to pull a surprise, then how will that affect them? So I think the deputy president is reminding these people that the president has decided that between them is over. So their only solution and option is to defeat the Jubilee candidate, and that they should make sure that the Jubilee candidate becomes their enemy, so that they don't have to bring their enmity back to Kiamba. Because the truth is, Moses Kuria wants to be the running mate, Rigathi Gachagua wants to be the running mate. Moses Kuria is with the people, Rigathi Gachagua is with the members of parliament. Rigathi Gachagua has the money, Moses Kuria might not have the kind of money Rigathi Gachagua has. And lastly, I'm certain the DP also told them about these 2022 schemes. The United Democratic Alliance Party and even the People's Empowerment Party. William Ruto has two major headaches in the larger Mount Kenya region. The issue of running mate and how he's going to conduct party nominations. Because so far today, as we speak, majority of members of parliament have stuck to him. They are hoping the DP is going to favor them. But statistically, 85% of members of parliament never make it back to parliament again. So most of these members of parliament might be unpopular on the ground. But there are certain individuals there who are very popular. So the only way to stop those popular candidates from joining the president party, which is Jubilee, is that they were going to use this other friendly party. And that's why Moses Kuria's party is coming into play. So Moses Kuria is going to have candidates, some of them who are strong, just to prevent them from going to Jubilee party. And the deputy president, I'm certain, explained to them why even the Moses Kuria's party is important in his scheme of things. And therefore, the two gentlemen do not really need to fight. But let us wait and see how things are going to unfold between Rigathi Gachagua and Moses Kuria. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts on this matter. And again, for those watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take just a second or two and click the subscribe button, that red button you are seeing there. Just click it now, because what we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way I'm sure you can't get any other place. So the best thing to do is just to click the subscribe now, so that next time we produce a video, YouTube will notify you. And YouTube will only notify you if you click the subscribe button and you also check the notification bell. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. On this channel, I promise to do one thing: to try as much as possible to be impartial. I know sometimes I will rub you guys the wrong way. By the way, ODM are accusing me of pocketing money from Tanga Tanga. In fact, someone was telling me that why is it that nowadays you give a lot of credit to the deputy president? Wewe umekula kitu. On the other side, on this side, Tanga Tanga are saying, oh, wewe ni mtu wa ODM. I like it that way. But as long as Ruto is making headline, I'll analyze it. I'll analyze him. As long as Raila Odinga is making headline, I will analyze it. I will analyze him without fear of any contradiction. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day.